last time on Outer Wilds DLC, Echoes of the Eye, we opened the locks. We met, this is like big spoilers also, by the way, we're just diving right in. We met the prisoner, we saw a really cool vision of ours of everything we've been through. That was my favorite part. And we've seen everything they went through. And had some very distinct clues of where to go next at the end, but I left off last stream just like, not today. I'm not doing any more today. And we can chat about like the overall DLC at the end if we want to, but basically we're going to the Eye. We're gonna see what's there for us now. And we'll, you know, get to hang out and chat. And I haven't done the ending sequence in so long, so I'm probably gonna dork it up, but chilling before I have to start get ready to go to cousin's wedding. Oh, nice. That's cool, Magus. Congrats to your cousin. Warm and snug. Yeah, sleepy and feel good. That's good. Good, I'm relaxing for a bit. It's cozy Saturday. It's raining. Oh, nice. First mallow of the day. First and only, no, not the only mallow of the day. Hi, Slate. We've got 2 commands in the stream title for you today. Mallow and Interloper. If you're not in there, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I've been loving, now that I'm like done with the DLC, I've absolutely been loving watching other people play, and I hope I'm soon to check off the like Echoes thing, because I actually haven't checked it off yet. Secret mod privileges, but it's been really nice chilling with you all in streams. Okay, so we want, I've never even done it this way. We've never marked the vessel on our HUD. I did it the not good way on my playthrough. We're spoiling the end. I might need to go. Semi, please. Semi, the omnipresent Outer Wilds mod in like an assortment of other Outer Wilds streams. We are probably gonna have to do this, so I might just do it right away. I hope the rain stops by the time I have to head into work. Me too. Me too, Maggie. It rained all day yesterday over here, yeah. I don't even, like, we didn't even hang out, but I guess it's time to go. I guess we could nap. Should we nap with Chert? We haven't said hi to Chert in a really long time. 3, 2, 1, blast off. And I have this terrible method of, like, hovering around Ash Twin, waiting for the sand to drain when I can just go nap. Love Chert so much. Best egg. Yeah. Oh, we can even autopilot to Ember Twin? This is wrong. Although we might get bonked by Ash if I do that nonsense. We may have multiple tries for this too. We may have some deaths here, which is always a good time. Here's my fave landing spot for Ember, so our ships can hang out with each other. Oh, the gravity here. Gosh, it's been way too long. Oh, can I make that? I don't think so. Probably. I forget what it's like to be on Ember. Wood and High, welcome in. We're having a little bit of a clumsy start. Actually, not too bad. I'm being hard on myself. Interrupt is hi. It's good to see you. Happy Saturday. We're doing the thing. I can't pass up an opportunity to hang out with you all, even if it is just a short little stream here. So I guess this is also not very Gen, but like, how long should I sleep here? Friend loop, yeah. I've never optimized my ending. have a question for you. I found something. Writing about a hidden planet. You just have to be incredibly far out there. That's not what I'm looking. I don't think there's any like new owl dialogue. 3-ish? Okay, we'll go for that. 5-ish. I'll probably go for 3 because I'm kind of slow, and it'll give me more buffer to just mess around on Ash if I need it. I'd hate to go past it. Although there's like a pretty generous window. No, that's not generous. This is so weird. This is not how we normally play this game, but I don't mind the help today. Forgot you have brows? Yeah, I love that emote. It's all things we've done before. I don't feel bad asking for help when we've been here before.
Yes. Yes.
Beartoe, thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. We'll do this. Alright, Chert. Maybe we should do a friend loop. Probably not, though. Not today. There's some stuff I want to do with the game, and like... I feel like Chert's ship used to be over by the land bridge. It didn't used to be over here. Maybe it did. Just some stuff I want to mess with off stream with this game. Okay, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Oop, I don't actually need this camera. I'm just going right over here. Oh, I feel like I'm late. Bonk. I don't know if this is a good place for my ship. I think it's okay. Nope. Dang. This is so weird. It feels so weird. I feel like we waited way too long. Is this right? I don't know. Warm up loop. If it doesn't work, we will do a friend loop. I feel like most people I see sleeping at the fireplace on Timber Hearth for like 5 minutes before they do this. And then we have to do the anglerfish, who I haven't seen in a long time. Get ready with your angler please BTTV emotes. Yeah. Now that we know how to do it. I don't think I've done it since on stream, since we flew through there with our jetpack. Hello. Twitch crashed your tab? Why, Twitch? Had to do the last section with jetpack too in one of my runs. It was so scary. I was so afraid. And it just goes to show why I struggled so much with the owl people. Because in my base playthrough, same thing. Like, I was so afraid of the anglerfish to the degree that I thought I couldn't even use my ship, that it would wake them up. Like... And that was just our ending method. Good times. Oh. Okay. Let's do the thing. Twitch didn't want you picking angler, please. Yeah. I already feel nervous. I shouldn't. Where's ship? Hello, ship. Then got chomped. Ooh. Ooh, the scout distracting the fish is such a good thought, like train of thought. Oh, the music. Okay. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Oh. I'm so nervous. It's been so long. Use velocity match a lot in Bramble and inadvertently set off boosters so much. Yeah. I didn't understand it. It was immediately obvious that it was the source of the noise. Yeah. Ship what? Okay, we're good. So we have to... God, do I even remember? We have to... I mean, you just go towards the vessel one, but it's the red one that's gonna be where you kill everything, right? Where you kill the, thrusters. I'm going too fast for my liking. Ooh, except I don't know that I'm gonna be able to slow it down. Autopilot, please. Thank you. Not Andrew P. Welcome in. Sequoia, welcome in. Mistake, welcome in. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. If we take 2 tries, it's okay. Nothing to be ashamed of. It's been way too long. We go... Oh. This is what I get for, like, jumping straight in. Because I only know the other way to do this. We go right to the red one, right? Anglers! Here we go. Remember the number of anglers in each room? Oh, I already hear one. Oh, but it's sleeping, right? I think we're gonna get chomped. Maybe, maybe not. It wasn't loud enough. I hear little snoozing and snores. But I know better than to velocity match. Okay, this is where I just go for it. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. And it slows us right after, so we're just gonna drift. I feel like we're gonna bonk right into its face. I've never done it this way. My heart is racing. Enrique, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Oh my gosh, all the anglerfish in chat. Thank you for coming in. Welcome. It's good to see you. How was Fortnite? Did you get a bunch of wins today? Holding my breath, yeah. Thanks for the shout out, Mistake. And Meggie. Whew, we've got plenty of time. We've got plenty of time. I think we're pretty much close enough. Except now I'm not... Now we don't have the vessel signal, so I probably did this reverse because I only know going straight to this thing and then turning. Oh no, it's right there. We're good. Got 1 win? Heck yes. That's awesome. Overthinking it. They sound pretty far away. And we can sort of like not velocity match and just putz about with the boosters as long as I don't go too hard here. Just little taps. Vessel signal hiding down there. I was second guessing myself because I don't know, because okay. Let's do it. It's weird. We haven't been back in so long. Do we eject into the vessel? I've never done that. I think now's not the time to play around with the ejection seat. Alright, ship. Why is it, okay, bonk. This is where everybody takes the wrong turn, too. I don't have infinite time. Oh, or infinite fuel. I should have filled up. I think we'll be okay. Otter, how's it going? Welcome in. How long is this game? Oh, it depends. It really depends. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to explore. Ooh, I jumped off of the thing. Thanks, gravity. You can loop forever. Yeah, my playthrough. So I probably hit 100 hours today in the game, and that's like achievements, exploring, taking a long time, being really stubborn about hints. I think my base game playthrough is probably 40 to 50 hours streaming, maybe even 50 to 60, but streaming adds a lot of time. A lot of people will tell you 20 to 30, I think. It just depends if you take your time, if you go fast, if you figure stuff out quickly, if you get stuck. Huge variation. I feel the same way about first playthrough. Oop, nope, not that one. This. And now I see the coordinates. I have them written down somewhere and screen captured, but now I know. It's in the bottom left. Loads of new stuff to still explore. I'm pretty much... Okay, here we go. Pretty much done, but there's a lot of achievements I do not have. It's been a long time since we did that. I can't stop saying it. Alright. Oh, can we see? Are we? Yeah. Do we hang out here or we just go? I guess we can see it from the eye if we want to go check it out. We've got, I feel like we've got quite a bit of time. Hi, sun. Yeah. I wonder if things look different too with the with all the updates with the DLC and everything. I guess I don't need the Outer Wilds Ventures on frequency on yet. I feel like being super curious extends the lifetime of the game a lot. Truly, it truly does. And the more you watch other people, the more you're like, ooh, I want to go try this. Ooh, what if I try that? Speaking of, if we get close to the end of this loop, can we see the stranger from here? I don't think we can see it because it's cloaked, but it's out here somewhere. Ish. No, I don't know that it's necessarily closer to the eye. It was close to the eye. But when they designed it to escape the supernova, I think they just get it the heck away from the supernova, and that's that. I don't know how many people have... I'm sure people have, like, messed around with that. This was scary the first time, too. It's a good theory to try out if you can see it here. I don't want to like sit around and wait for it, I don't think, but here's our trees. We did have to keep moving towards the trees. I'm in love with the Frugy emotes. They're so good. I added a couple more. We had some new slots, emote slots open up for BTTV. And, I keep adding more. The eye is so scary. And now I don't think we can see anything from this point. So, I think I'm gonna hang on to Scout until the end again, until the very end. Unless the end is different, and now is my best opportunity to get to send Scout on its journey. I didn't really think of that. Maybe we'll play it safe and say goodbye to Scout here. Mom, welcome in. Hi. Bye, Scout. Beep beep. Beep beep. Super scared of frogs, but the emotes are so cute. Yeah. Alright, Hearthian, let's go. The infinite room inside the eye scares me. I did not know what to think of any of this the first time. This room. Conscious observer, let's go to the museum. Boop. Hey. I was so confused by this room. Me too. I was having a thought before stream of bringing a lamp here, bringing an artifact here. But I haven't had time to do that yet. That'll be an off-stream thing, because that's a base game achievement. Outer Wilds Ventures was founded by Feldspar, Gaussen, Slate, and Hornfels to explore a solar system at the end of the universe. The Nomai never got to see it for themselves, but thanks to their efforts and technology, a Hearthian was able to reach the eye of the universe. That's me. I wonder, okay, so what does this tell us now? The radio tower on Timber Hearth was built to receive transmissions from our deep space satellite and house some of the last ever photos taken of the entire solar system. One of these photos revealed the existence of an invisible ring world inhabited by a species whose presence in our solar system predated even the Nomai. This species traveled from a nearby star system in search of the eye of the universe, but, horrified by what they discovered, decided to block the eye signal so that no one else would ever find it. One individual, however, rebelled against the decision and was able to briefly release the eye signal back into space before being caught and imprisoned in solitude for this betrayal. Yeah, that's pretty cool. A little Hearthian step, but a giant leap for inhabitants of the universe. Hey Donate, welcome in. And Turksis, thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. I think this is I think this is all the same, but we can read it because we're here. How often do we come here? At the end of its lifespan, our sun collapsed under its own gravity and then exploded in a violent supernova. Of all the life forms who will perish in the oncoming death of the universe, we will miss the anglerfish the least. Happy Saturday. Gonna lurk because spoilers, but hope everyone has a good day. Thanks, Trav. Happy Saturday. Happy time zone. Just a short little stream today. Not too many spoilers. Scout. The Nomai who came to our solar system were following a signal from the eye of the universe. They perished when the interloper arrived, bringing with it the deadly substance we called ghost matter that flooded the entire solar system almost instantly and without warning. I forget, this just transports you back to the beginning, right? You can't actually come out here. Yeah. Might miss the evil owls the least now? I know, but they aren't... It's not the supernova that did them in. But still. Or the end of the universe. This is still here with the same, yeah. This is incredible! At first I thought the points of light in the image were stars, but they're not, they're galaxies. And this image covers just a tiny patch of the whole sky, which means the universe contains at least 1,000 times more galaxies than we previously imagined. I think I need to sit down. Okay. After meeting the prisoner, I started to like the owls a little more. I'm okay with the prisoner. But I'm still not on good terms with the other owls. Maybe this will change my mind. I checked the notes too, wondering if they were finally changed. Yeah. Let's observe. See ya. Let's go hang out. Trees, glade, forest. I've watched so many other people come here now. Most magical place in the universe. Glade always makes me teary. Reading the museum stuff makes me teary. I don't know, at the end of the last stream for us, I was very much like, I don't know, I just want to get this over with. But it is nice to come back. Even without the DLC, it's nice to come back. It's something that is always on my mind of like, I don't know. Going to the vessel, what an undertaking, but it's worth the trip. There should be an achievement for bopping as many stars, yeah. I forget what happens first here. Oops. Oh, you have to wait until it gives you the prompt. I was ready. Let's go say hi to ourselves. Hi. Oh, I wonder if I had kept Scout. If you can shoot the Scout at yourself, if you can get one last selfie. When do they disappear? We're at 24 meters, 23, 22, 20. Or when do we disappear? Hi, hello. Hi, what's up? Selfie with your twin, yeah. Look, I do know how the flashlight works, okay? Sort of. That's cute, Sequoia. Mallow.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Everybody, Mallow's in chat. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Mallow. Big Slim. Oh, Sim. Sorry. I read it wrong. Nom nom nom. I'm gonna make some hot cocoa after this. Rice Krispie treats. Oh, nice. Da-da. Then what do we do? Then we have to... Oops, not Scout. We don't have one yet. When does the chair appear? Okay. It's like, it's supposed to show up soon. I don't think I turned away far enough. Hi, Esker. Anyone bring graham crackers? Yeah. That'd be a good idea. Do you hear music? Not yet. We should, I'm gonna have to do a friend loop. A friend loop soon. I see you, Banjo. How much does this deteriorate? Okay, I think that's as far as it goes. Rybeck. Do you have to, I think, talk to Rybeck and Esker before you get the next prompts? Yeah. Hey. It's not quite time yet. I'm pretty sure we'll need the others for the next part. We'll need, you know, everyone. No rush. Take your time. It might not even exist here. I always like going back to talk to them. Make sure your friends are okay. Yeah. Are you forgetting someone? Okay, new prompts. Well, not new prompts. The next set of prompts. Let's see what happens. Yeah, bro. Sup? Chirrut. Sup? Solanum. Sup? Sick. Okay. Feldspar, sup? Let's get the anglerfish out of the way. I'm not afraid anymore! Jellies! One last angler for the road. Mm-hmm. Good combo. The flute with the drum. Oh, I passed. Does it point you to the signs? Yeah, I think you have to follow the signs. And it doesn't point you straight to the hammock, I don't think. Oh god, there we go. Alley-oop. Ooh, that song is so cool. I'm so excited. New music. Wait, has this always been completely 0G? Or is it after a certain height? Now I'm like stuck without a... Okay, there, it reset me. It's 0.4. But you can get stuck up in the canopy there after a certain height. Whoever invented quantum poetry is way ahead of their time. Yeah. Let's go see Chert. Or not see Chert, pick up Chert's, you know, instrument. Let's go see Solana. Best egg! I'm gonna gather the usual crew and then we'll go talk to the usual crew and then we'll go investigate this new music. Hey, what's up? No? We don't wanna... Am I doing this wrong? Do I have to have the... the song playing to... Oh. What? Okay, there. That was weird. I'm so excited. Wow! This is so cool the first time, too. This sound, this little trip in the shuttle. Zoomies, yeah. Bonk. Okay, let's go say hi to everybody. I still have this, I need to do something with it. I still have this screen grab from our first playthrough of everybody around the fire. We're gonna take a new one. Solanum's piano, yeah. Hatchling, you found me. Nice to have company around a campfire, isn't it? Go on, go get the others. Wouldn't want them to miss out. Hey, Time Pal. So you're getting the band back together, huh? Go on, go find the others. I'll be here. You don't need me yet, but you will. Oh my goodness. Acrylic, hi! Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. I hope everything's going well. What were you streaming? Looney, hi. Welcome in, friends. We're big spoilers for end of the game Outer Wilds in case you're trying to avoid it. Just a disclaimer. Plaster Master Zero. Nice. I hope it was good. I hope you had a lovely stream. Thank you for the shout out, Maggie. Happy Saturday, everyone. Happy time zone. Are you forgetting someone? I'm forgetting someone. We're just learning that they're here. It's not quite time yet. I'm pretty sure I'll need the others for the next part. We'll need, you know, everyone. No rush. Take your time. It might not even exist here. Hey, Chert. The stars are beautiful, weren't they? Even if our star is what ultimately killed us. I'll wait here and remember them while you gather everybody. Hey, Solana. Hypothesis. Everyone must be here before we can begin. Once they arrive, I believe we'll be ready for the next step. I'm glad you remembered me. Of course.
Yay.
Notch, thank you for gifting a sub to the community. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Real Bruh, Welcome to the human race, courtesy of Notch. Enjoy your Earth Badge, your emotes, your ad-free viewing. We're very glad to have you. Thanks for that gifted sub. Okay. Let's go take a peek. I just want to sit and, like, listen to this. It's real cool. One more friend. What is this? It sounds like, that I want to say like theremin, but that's not it. But the thing you play with your hands. Oh yeah. Mobby, hi, welcome. I have a theory on this instrument. We've seen them with the, almost like Arhu, like long stringed, I was calling it a lute and a sitar. It's a theremin and the composer confirmed it. It is not that, something unique. Hey Sam. Tara, hi. Someone said it's a theremin. Save it for Interloper. We put this off for, gosh, when was the last time? Did we only just play this a week ago? It seems like much longer. Oh, are we under the tree? Huh. New thing to look at. I didn't even see this if we walked by it. I don't know if you have to follow the signal to get here. Been here for a little bit. Thanks for coming in. So much time we've spent crawling under roots of these trees. That's cool.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Oh, weird. Huh. It's pretty grim, pretty, like, on point, Halloween-y. But yeah. This is straight out of the poem. The travelers can rest. Ooh, we gotta jump down there? If this jump scares us, I will be pissed. Oh, look! This is really cool though. Let me soak it in before I jump in for this final scare. Blue Saturn. Yeah, that's really cool that the planet's up there. Alright. Alright. Bravery! Aw! We've got some Parthians. We've got some Nomai. We've got some owl people. Oh, and you can see it from down here too. You can see the, just barely, see like the stripes of the blue planet. Oh, do we have to blow all these out to go through? Yeah, I think so. Oh! Oh, that's too cute. They put a lot of stuff down here. Oh. Oh, and now they're gone from the picture. Bye. Weird. The creepy door opening sound. Should I still have this going? No. Hey. Ooh, don't like. Nope, goodbye. Not a jump scare, but kinda awful. Stop it. Turn them back on. I don't have an artifact. Oh. That's wild. Oops, sorry. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. It sounds like a theremin, but it's not a theremin. It's like a music box. It's got the little spinny dial. I have not taken the time to look at it super closely. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Let's look really close at it. Music box cello combo. It's cool. Alright. You transport me out of here? Thank you. Do we have, this is just a yes or no question, but do we have translations on a lot of the owl people text? Just yes or no, and then we can talk further about it in the interloper. Why does it have a spear at the end of it? Might be similar to Ondophone. Hi, Naked Beer Ice, welcome. We are here. Not to my knowledge, no. Okay. No translations, okay. If we could get an interloper link for everybody as well, if that's not how you found us. I'm assuming a lot of you came in through the interloper Discord, but if you did not, boy do we have a nice place for you to hang out. Oh. They're like kind of scary, like creeping in the background there. But here, let me do one of these. We took a long time setting up my favorite best screenshot for this, because you want to get like the HUD out of the way if you can. And then I can, if you have the little like dot in a spot that's gonna be dark, I can Photoshop that out. That's pretty cool. I feel like this is pretty good too. Alright, let's go talk to the prisoner. I wonder if we had gone there first, we would get the dialogue that says, "Hey, we're not done yet. We need everybody." And like, I don't know that I've ever gone to Solanum before. I don't know that I've gone to her not last. So I've never gotten that dialogue. I don't think that says you remembered me. So I wonder what we missed by doing the prisoner last. Hey. When my kind found the eye and realized what it was capable of, they were terrified. It was too difficult a truth. Like a light too bright to look upon directly, it burned them. What they could not unlearn was hidden away in darkness, obfuscated, then lost. They did not want to see their story end. My kind weren't always like this. We weren't always so afraid. I did what I could to set things right, yet I am still of my kind. And you know now what they did. I cannot promise our fear won't stay in your mind. Yeah, well put. And so, a choice? Are you certain you want to remember me? Yeah, of course. Oh, weird. I'm not ready to decide. Every decision is made in darkness. Only by making a choice can we learn whether it was right or not. I will wait until you're ready. So what do you all have to say? If I talk to them, that doesn't... No, because they'll ask if I'm ready. Stars are beautiful. I'll wait and remember while you gather. Okay, cool. So it's the same text. So we have to do it twice? We're just doing it once today. We wouldn't have gotten to do all this if it weren't for you. I'm okay with you. I understand that. How did you put it? Fear has stained my mind. Yeah, sure. Join us. I don't want to repeat my kind's mistakes, but if you're willing to take the risk, then so am I. Very interesting. As long as you're not... as long as you're not chasing after me and showing your scary teeth and your giant mouth, we're good. Kick him out, get your own eye. Aw. Didn't seem to turn out all bad this time around, so why not? Alright. Do we have them play first or last? Do we get new... I can't... There's so many dialogue options at the Glade. Wait. Huh? Oh. You're so tall. Oh my god, look at... Compared to Chert. I want a size to scale comparison of the two of them. We're just taking all the screenshots today, don't mind me. I always save Esker for last, that way I can savor everyone without the whistling. You don't like the whistling? Esker's line is my favorite. Spoopiness even here, devs. Is nothing sacred, right? Ugh, I love it. I love the Glade. Tiny egg versus giant tree. Owl person pulling a quantum shard on us, seriously. The first jump scare of the game. The quantum shard. Walking around houses in The Stranger made me feel like how cats must feel in human houses. We're so small! Yeah. Okay. I don't remember... I don't know. I don't think... I think we can just have everybody play. I don't think the order you have them play changes the dialogue. I think just the order getting them around the fire. Let's start with you. Lead us off this time. Welcome in. I hadn't dared to hope that anyone would hear the signal for how briefly I set it free, yet here we are. Are you ready for the final step? Oh, except this is something I don't want to start yet, right? I have awaited this moment for a long time, for so long. It is no trouble to wait a little longer. Because these are new. Oh, should I begin? Not yet. I'll wait until you're ready. Just kidding. They're not, ugh, it's okay. I'm gonna read them all. Take your time. I don't think there's anything left to go supernova. Maybe hold off on answering my questions just a little bit. Let me think through it. I know this is not, like, obviously I've been to the eye before, but I just want to savor it. I will have all these questions later though, because I want to know all the dialogue things. A conscious observer has entered the eye. I wonder what happens now. Not yet. We've seen all these before. Ready to start the music? Not yet. No rush. I'm not going anywhere. What do you say then? Should I get out the old harmonica? Not yet. You got it, hatchling. When you're ready, say the word. Esker. I can't wait to play with the whole group again. Can I start? Okay, okay. I'll get to play soon though, right? I just want to hang out here. The hardest decision of my life. What order to play the music, the instruments in. I love how excited Esker is about getting to whistle with everyone. Me too, exactly. I feel the exact same way. Just the fact that it's all these cool things of the other characters you've met along the way and their journey, and Esker is like, I'm just glad to be with my friends. Okay. Paralyzed by choice. I kinda want to start with Esker. Yeah, go for it. Lead us off. There's a YouTube video for every instrument combination. That's awesome. I love it. Gen decisiveness. Thanks, Magus. This game needs a chill. I'm getting teary remembering the scene. When I played this the first time, I never looked up until it was like very much time to jump, so now I know to look around a little bit more. Here I go! What do you do without my terrible sense of humor? I don't know, Magus. Channel wouldn't be the same. Downloaded the video and cut it up so I'd have all the permutations to play at will. Smart. Alright, Ryback. You got it. I'll do my best. Starting to sound like a thing. Time to find out. Song is new to me, but I'm honored to be a part of it. Oh, we'll get to hear The Prisoner for the least amount of time, but that's okay. It never gets old. It really never gets old. Alright, let's add our new player. I hadn't dared to hope that anyone would hear the signal for how briefly I set it free, yet here we are, and we ready for the final step. And it's time. Time to send our spark out into the darkness. Ooh, that's cool. it just adds the best depth to it. I love the Prisoner song. These are gonna be the same, yeah. Past is past now, but that's, you know, that's okay. It's never really gone completely. The future's always built on the past, even if we won't get to see it. Still, it's time for something new now. Even if it's over now, I had a good time learning. But I think the rules are about to change. Ah! It's happening. I believe we've reached the end of our journey. All that remains is to collapse the innumerable possibilities before us. Are you ready to learn what comes next? Not yet. I'm still talking to everybody. It's tempting to linger in the moment while every possibility still exists, but unless they're collapsed by an observer, they will never be more than possibilities. I tell you what, this has been really fun, and I gotta help make something pretty cool, so I've got no complaints. I mean, not me exactly, but close enough. It's the kind of thing that makes you glad you stopped and smelled the pine trees along the way, you know? Cut it a little close, don't you think? It worked out all right at the end, I suppose. I hope there are beasties in the next one. Esker. How long has it been since I got to make music with everyone around a campfire? I'm really happy we're all here. Me too. How beautiful. It's different than I'd envisioned. Whatever happens next, I did not think it is to be feared. Why you gotta do me like that? It was so scary. And they knew it was scary, so they put that line in there. Alright. Let's go. Sure, we'll do the yes or no question with Solana before we jump in. I admire your curiosity, friend. Let's find out together. Stay curious, everyone. Nomads, humans, Hearthians, owl people, all the beings in the chat. Let's go. We did a thing. We did it. We collapsed all possibilities. If nothing else, it's always worth it to come back to the Glade, but that was pretty cool. How are we on the webcam sitch? Are we in a good spot? Love watching the explosion light up streamers' faces. It's a great moment every time. I almost said something. I was almost like, time for a bright white screen on Jen's face, because it happens every time. The Glade's always wonderful. Wow, yeah. You're good webcam-wise. Thank you. still in a good spot. I covered it the base game. I covered the thing that happens in the base game. I don't know if there's anything else coming. Don't tell me. The last spoiler. Time for a bright screen to light up my tears in this moment. Thank you, Andrew. The music. Once again. So good. I don't do a lot of crying on stream. Like, we get the giggle immediately and it cuts out. But we get it. We get it for this game. Just a little bit. Get this lady a potato, yeah. Potato cam. Feel so fortunate I got to see Andrew perform this live. That's so cool. Yeah, I feel like I can't even talk about it too much. I feel like... this game. Elk choir vocalists, that's new. Although I have seen these credits because we did do the I did it off stream. I did the like you're stuck in the stranger until the end of time ending. Best game we're not allowed to talk about. Yeah, Unicorn. It's amazing. That is really cool. I'm trying to be like poignant and thoughtful and say something for the supercut, but also not like completely choke up into tears. I don't know. The DLC was really hard for me, but there's nothing else like this game. This game changed my life. It's so cheesy, but it's so true. Especially, I mean, because of the Interloper and like the Discord. I help run a fan Discord. Oh my gosh, it's just a game, but no, it's not. Yeah, all the feels. I full leaned into it. I can't do it. I'm not as brave. QWERTY credit hype. Yeah, QWERTY. So many new friends just because of this game. Got lost at the end. Yeah. Ta. Thanks for the GGs. Playtesters. QWERTY again. It's a bunch of strangers sharing the experience of a new adventure. It's such a cool, like, I know we've been having lots of accessibility chats, and I think something really remarkable about this game is you see so many different brains working on the same, like, fascinating puzzles, and seeing everybody, how they tackle obstacles, and, like, the way that we do the Interloper of just no interfering, like, no help if they don't want it. You get to see how people face that and all these different ways that, like, people go around it. It's so neat. Brains are so cool. Alright, what happens? Very cool. We've got a well. We've got an artifact. Here comes Scout. We've got, oh, that's really beautiful. Like a river, like all this nice stuff to look at the end. Scout gets in your face this time. I'm glad I remembered Scout. Let me go back and read chat. Tasty high. Such important lessons concerning curiosity, fear, and the effect it can have on someone's life, conveyed so beautifully. Been really anxious and depressed recently, and my coping mechanism has been watch people play Outer Wilds. It's so calming and universal feeling. I love that. I always go into like kicks where I'm watching every Outer Wilds stream I can find, and then I'll like fade out a bit or I'll get busy, and then I go and obsess over it again. If you're in LA, try a Blue Star donut that are listed under special thanks. Oh, nice! It's wonderful to see you take the kneecaps of spoilers. Interloper is such an incredible place, and this game sparked that. My life this past year has been significantly better because of it. Thank you, Naked Beer Ice. Thank Interruptus. Thank you for putting together and having the idea for the server. It's so cool. I feel like it's just taken off. Like the community, the people we were trying to find immediately got it and were like, oh yeah, I'm into this. The new universe is so beautiful. Tara, did you do the ending twice? Or did you do it once? For anybody that like just finished base game and DLC. It's me with the Witness playing the game vicariously through other streamers. It's like that too. Yeah, love you all. Yeah, same. Sequoia, Notch. All the hearts, all the love. Watching people enjoy the game for the first time and second time now thanks to the DLC is so wonderful. Thanks for playing. Thanks for coming by. Wooden. You're all neato. Did the ending a few times to get all the permutations. Yeah, I will probably have to do it again at some point. Been around more this past week because I miss you guys. We've been seeing you. I've been enjoying watching you and Liv play the base game Ta. I know you've been busy having company. I've been busy with life stuff. We're all in our feels. I'll go over the list of things I want to do with this game off stream. First, mark completed echoes in the Discord, even though I've been cheating around with my admin permissions. But my discipline is really good in the Discord. I don't look at stuff I'm not supposed to look at. 2, I want to bring the artifacts to the museum and see if anything happens. Probably nothing happens. 3, I want to take the core, which I have done, but instead of waiting for the end of the loop in the Stranger, I want to wait for the end of the loop in the simulation. I had an achievement spoiled for me today. I will say that. I watched Tal, who actually I think Tal's probably still live. I watched him go through the dam, which was really cool. Post-Outer Wild Syndrome, symptoms relieved by watching any stream video walkthrough of the game, pretty much, yeah. I think we're gonna, speaking of walkthrough streams, I think I will probably end up putting all of this on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Just cause, I don't know, it'll be a good follow-on. I've got my base game on there.